is a number 22 off of Facebook Marketplace. She's very, very dirty. You can see it on camera even. It's like, it's crazy how dirty she is. Her hair is really dry, and that's what I'm worried about the most. It still has its shape, like the curl at the end. So I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna see if I can keep her original hair. If I can't fix it, I'm gonna give her a new wig. And I'm gonna tighten her limbs, magic eraser this baby, and we're gonna see how it goes. So I'm not the best when it comes to restoring used dolls. You'd think I would be because I buy so many secondhand dolls, but I usually hold out and wait until I can find a cheap-ish doll in good condition. It happens to me a lot more often than you'd think. Usually, I'm very careful with buying TLC dolls, just because I'm not an expert. You know, I've never done eye swaps, restringing of limbs, all of that kind of stuff. I've never had to redo the face paint or anything like that. With all that dirt I'm removing, oh my god. But this doll, I bought her in person. I told the seller, I was like, I won't make any set in stone decisions until I see their stuff in person, because they were selling a lot of things. So basically we met up at a local Starbucks and they had a wagon full of the doll stuff they were selling. I bought a good bit of it because they were really just wanting to get rid of it. They lowered a lot of prices. I got a bag of doll clothes. I got, they had a couple dolls. They had a Mary Grace one, which is originally why I reached out to them, but someone else bought the Mary Grace one, so I was like, ah. They also had the Mary Grace bed. I got the Mary Grace bed too. I thought that was cool. It was just so cheap. It was like $10. I was like, okay, bet. I started off with magic erasing her nastiness just because it was bugging me so much. I knew that I would not be able to convince myself to wash her hair until her skin was just not smudged to the extent that it was. So it was just a spontaneous decision, which is why I'm doing it on the bathroom floor. I don't know why certain dolls' hairs get so dry. I don't know what causes it, honestly, but it happened to one of my dolls after I took her hair out of braids. They were in braids for like 6 months, but they were French braids and I was really proud of them, so I didn't want to take them out. And then I pulled them out and her luscious hair was just ruined and I was devastated. But washing it makes it bounce back. I actually had a Pleasant Company doll that I washed her hair with conditioner and it softened it up a whole lot. I think just a smidge of dish soap really helps too. Sometimes I have a theory that the whole oh, look at that. I'm getting water on the wig cap. It's so hard not to do that when you wash their hair, honestly. But I have a theory that what happens to dolls, what makes their hair dry out, could be the hair greases from our hair. Like if you use stuff in your hair that's in your doll's hair, like hair ties or hair brushes or anything like that. I know I used to use hair ties. I used to share hair ties with my dolls when I was little, obviously, but I don't know. I have no clue. But I originally bought this doll, inquired after this one, because I thought that she was one of the chubbier-faced classic molds. As you can see in the picture on the listing, it was kind of hard to tell because kind of her hair was kind of obstructing her face. So when I inquired after the Mary Grace doll, I was kind of like, okay, well, that doll I've been kind of looking into getting as well. Honestly, though, she just kind of looks like my number 60 that I sold. But if you do know, oh my god, hello face. If you do know, I regret selling my 60 because I sold her on eBay and I made no profit at all. I sold her for $60 and I think I made 25. I was pissed. That was a brand new condition doll. Not doing that again. So sorry, but no. So as you can see, there is still a bit of shape left in her hair, but I wanted to accentuate it a little bit more, so I'm putting it in curlers now. It's going to turn out a lot curlier than hoped for, but I'm hoping that it'll bring out more of a natural shape, because obviously this hair hasn't been cared for in a while. They didn't know anything about the dolls, the person that was selling with them. They didn't know much. It was very obvious that they had gotten these items secondhand themselves, which lots of people do that. These dolls are expensive. Honestly, I do that too. So her hair is all dry now, and it actually isn't as dry anymore. Washing it actually did good. And I was afraid it wouldn't, and I would have to re-wig her, but she does look fine. I put some curlers in her hair to reshape it, so it does kind of have that shape to it that it originally had, which is nice. And the hair it doesn't feel like new. Obviously, it wouldn't do that because it's not possible, but it does not feel as dry, and it does feel soft, so there's a win. I put these glasses on her because I thought that made her look cute. I like them, but I am going to open her up and tighten her limbs and try and remove that mark on her leg, so we will see how it goes. I've done this limb tightening process so often that it's like second nature to me. I could just chill out and watch YouTube while doing it. I'm using this needle to help me get the knot undone, because usually the first time it gets undone is really hard, then it gets easier. It's not the most effective in the way of it doesn't whip them back into brand new shape, as in the limbs are like that of a newborn baby. Not a newborn baby, but you know what I mean. The only part about the limbs being loose that bothers me is when it's hard for there goes the head. Off it goes. The only part that really bothers me is when it's hard for the dolls to stand. But the main part about doing this with used dolls is going in and checking the fluff, because if the body has been exposed to moisture at any point in time, there can be mold. So I do have a giant bag from Hobby Lobby of replacement stuffing, so if need to, I will replace it, which is a pain, but I'd rather not have moldy dolls. As far as the stain on her leg, I'm not going to show that process of removing it in this video, simply because it's such a long and grueling process for me, especially in the wintertime when it's not as sunny, because I'll link the tutorial to the method that I used down below that I got it from, but it's a long and grueling method that can take over a course of several days, long treatments in the sunlight, especially in the winter it takes even longer, so I wasn't even going to bother, honestly. I have to use this treatment a lot because I usually get really cheap doll clothes that is made from not quite the proper fabrics, or my grandma will have fabric that she uses to make some sort of doll clothes that has really bad transferable dyes that gets on their skin, so I'll just remove it. It's very effective, honestly. The darker the shade of the stain, the more treatments it takes, obviously. And as you could have seen before, the stain was kind of like a deep, dark purple. So, yeah. Honestly, I might even just not bother, because it's not too noticeable, honestly. The more I'm looking at the doll, I'm just like, eh. My favorite part, restuffing. I hate this part. It's my least favorite. It's the part that annoys me the most. Oh, you know what? I actually don't know if I've ever seen a tutorial on how to give dolls head strings. I've actually done that to newer dolls because I don't like them sewing it shut. I know why they do it. It's to keep people like me from doing what they do. But not everyone has money to send their dolls to the doll hospital at every given time, and I have to get secondhand dolls a lot more. I'm not one of those people that can get brand new dolls whenever I want, so no. But I can do a tutorial on how to restring a doll's neck if you guys want. If I can't find it. If I can find a tutorial on it already, because I don't know exactly where I learned the method from, but I'll link it in the description. I have a playlist on my channel full of useful tutorials, and if anyone ever needs help figuring out how to do something with their dolls or whatever, I will add a video to that playlist that I find very helpful and efficient. Usually I will add videos to that playlist when I have tried the method myself, and it's basically got my stamp of approval. So I've got some hair care videos on there for like Yvette, how to pierce your doll's ears, how to pierce your doll's nose, you know, weird things like that a lot of people don't think about, but for some reason I do. I do the same with the Doll Hospital Guide playlist. I just add all the videos I've found with useful information regarding the Doll Hospital, because American Girl customer service regarding the Doll Hospital is awful, and it's such an anxiety-inducing process, so you really want to be educated about that. Look at me! Tying the crap out of these limbs! Because, you know, while you're checking the stuffing, you might as well just tighten the limbs while you're in there. You know, make the doll feel as brand new as possible, because it's brand new to me. Still on the fence about what I'm going to do with this doll. The more I look at her, the more I'm like, I'm going to keep her. I'm going to keep her for a while. I was thinking about customizing her for a certain video, but I was like, maybe I'll just leave her as she is. You know, use her in a few films. You know, and then decide from there. Maybe I'll grow attached to her face mold. She's not a unique doll. You know, she's very cookie cutter, so I'm just kind of like, meh. You know me, I'm not really fueled by like collector's values and stuff. I just, you know, if I don't bond with a doll, I'll change up her look a little bit, and if I still don't like her, then she becomes a scapegoat. She becomes my test subject. Basically, she may become my test subject for learning how to swap eyes. I don't know. But, yeah, swapping eyes is terrifying. Watching those videos is like, what? So much could go wrong. I do not trust myself that much. Ugh, I hate stuffing things in. In the whole, like, you can use a spoon method to shove it in there. No, you cannot. I've tried it. It takes even longer. It's even harder. No, the only thing that can fit is your fingers. And my fingers are little chunky little stubby things. So I'm here all day. Look at me. Look at me. I'm trying to restuff this doll for so long, my camera keeps dying. Oh, there's the head. You know, out of context, seeing this video is like interesting. I had a friend help me with the video editing program in this, and she saw the video footage out of context, and she was like, so what's this video about? Kind of, you know, I don't know, okay? But, the doll's cute. The doll's cute, really cute. You'll see more of her later, but I dressed her up in some of the new clothes that I got with her. So, yeah, she's beautiful.